Zach's Screen of the Week, an overview of a timely stock screening strategy aimed at helping you produce more profitable investing results. Going to be screening this week for the top 5 new sectors with Kevin Matris, who is our top stock screener here. And you can say it either way, new top 5 sectors, top 5 new sectors, tomato, tomato.
Right.
But you do run this periodically.
Right.
You come down here to talk about it at the old video ranch
Right.
Every few months.
The
anyway.
video ranch. Right.
Why is it so important? I'm assuming there are new sectors to go over this time as well, but why is it so important to do this periodically?
You know, first off, I run this screen very frequently, but I only come down here every couple of months to do this. But
I just said that.
It's important because, you know, roughly half of a stock's price movement can be directly attributed to the group that it's in.
Okay.
So by the very definition of a strong sector or a strong industry, that means more companies are moving up than a weak sector or a weak industry. If there are more companies moving down, there's no way that sector can be considered strong. Now, that doesn't mean that that you can just pick anything and your stock is going to go up. But I will tell you that in my testing, I have found that oftentimes just an average stock or even a mediocre stock in a top group will outperform a top stock in a troubled group. And I believe this underscores the importance of being in the top groups.
All right, so then define for us best sectors.
Well, there's several ways you can do this, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at 2 of my favorite ways to do it.
All right.
So the first one is I am ranking the sectors based on the average ZAX rank. And the second one is I am ranking the sectors based on the percentage of stocks making new 52-week highs. I think this is the best of my favorite ways. And the reason why I like it is because groups with the best ZAX rank, those are going to be the groups that have the greatest amount of outperformance. And also, too, if you're looking at groups with a high number of companies making a new 52-week high, that means something good is happening to the group, not just in the stock itself, but in the entire group for all of these stocks to be moving up at the same time. And that will put the odds in your favor for more success.
And then you combine the 2 scores, is that right?
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I will numerically rank the sectors that have the best average ZAX rank, right, the ZAX industry rank, and then I'll do the same thing for the groups that have the higher number of stocks making new highs. I will add those groups together, then I will sort them from the lowest to the highest, and that is how I'm going to get my top sectors.
Sounds interesting enough.
Yeah, it is. You know, I like this because you're focusing on the groups and, of course, the companies that have the best upward earnings estimate revisions, and of course that's the most important thing that affects stock prices. And also too, you're looking at companies that are very responsive. So you want to make sure that your companies are responsive, and you can see this is happening as evidenced by the new highs being seen in these groups.
All right, let's cut the suspense out. What are those new sectors?
Here we go. First one is conglomerates. Now this is interesting because it ranked #1 on the ZAX rank, and it also ranked #1 for the group highs. So this has a composite score of 2, absolutely the best score of all of these sectors. Next one was autos, tires, and trucks, 3rd for the ZAX rank, 3rd for the group highs. That had a composite of 6, that's #2. Then you go down the list. You've got aerospace, they were the 3rd best. Oils and energy and utilities, they were tied for 4th, right? 4th and 5th, if you will. So you've got 8 on the ZAX rank, 4 for the group highs for oils and energy, and then you have utilities, kind of reversed, but they both have the same score of 12, composite score of 12, and those round out the top 5 sectors.
All right, and stocks that came through?
Yeah, here's 5 stocks, 1 from each one. You've got Raytheon, they're in conglomerates. Oshkosh Corp, that is in autos, tires, and trucks. For aerospace, you have HXL, then you have Suntech Power, that's oils and energy, and then utilities. All of these companies have good ZAX ranks. All of the groups have some of the best average ZAX rank, and all of these things are on the move because, again, you see all of these companies, a high propensity of companies making new highs, so very good.
All right, own any?
No.
All right.
Not yet.
All right. And if you would like to check out a text version of this week's Screen of the Week, go to our homepage, zax.com. Run down that page with your cursor till you get to Kevin's picture, and the live link next to it is the headline for this week's piece that'll take you right to it. And if you want to find out more about the Research Wizard, the backtesting tool that Kevin uses to achieve all of these screens, Zacks.com/Research Wizard is the place to go. With Kevin Matris and the Screen of the Week, I'm Terry Ruffalo.